Hello, everybody. My name is Kelly Bennett, aka Kelly the Coach, and I've been doing business management coaching for, well, almost 40 years, getting up there in age. And I also have a hobby of playing euchre. And unfortunately, even though I learned growing up way back when I lived in Ontario, Canada, from my grandmother and my parents, I would watch them play card games, and they got the most excited playing euchre for sure. A little bit more competitive than other games, but definitely they seem to love this game the most. And so I learned it, used to play a lot, and now I find out in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, that most people out here have never heard of the game, don't know how to play the game. And so I found an online game recently, and I'm going to show it. But I wanted to do a short video, first of a series on how to play euchre. And this is not for beginner players. If you're not familiar with how you choose trump and passing and all of that, I'm going to recommend that you go to the website that you see here on the screen. I am going to put it in the link below. So if you're looking for beginners, then that's a place to be. Now, there's nothing wrong with still watching this if you're a beginner. That's how I learned the game, was watching other people play. But I wanted to start with a little bit of kind of advanced science and math of the game of euchre. And then I'm going to show you the online game that I have found. And today is going to be my 200th game online that I've played. Some of it is with computer bots. I do play with my cousin back in Ontario, Canada. Hi, Cuz. Claudette, awesome lady. And we do play online, and it's a lot of fun. So what I wanted to do is go through this first, this short little PowerPoint presentation, just showing some of the, I guess, basics for advanced players and how to get better at playing euchre. There are some online formats. One I was on for a while, it was okay, but so many ads, and you had to watch videos. And I'd say if you're online for an hour playing, you were probably playing for maybe 40 minutes or so because you had to do all this other stuff. But I found another one called Trickster a couple of months ago. Well, actually, it's only about 5 weeks ago, and I've already played 200 games. And I'm going to show you the statistics from that. What I like about it is when there are ads, which is only once in a while, some of them you can click immediately, they go away, you're back in the game. Some of them, the longest I've seen is a 5-second ad, and then you click out of that and you're right back into the game. And you can play with friends, you can play with people that are online, although depending on the time of the day, I typically play later in the evening. It's a bit harder to find live players to play with, although you can set up some times. You could also put in a notification that, let's say you're playing with computer bots, which is fun. They're pretty smart bots, but well, they're not overly brilliant, I've learned. They do make some mistakes. But if you set it up that you want to be notified when there's other players that are waiting for a player, it'll give you a message, and then you could just end the game that you're in and go right into the other game. So let's want to go through some of these euchre advanced strategies. So first of all, my screen is not moving. And why is that? Sorry, I have no idea. It was just working a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so as we all know, if you're an advanced player and you played a lot before, I'm just going to get rid of that thing on the right. The euchre deck is different than most decks, as you most likely know. It runs 9 through the ace, and so you take out the 2 through 8 cards, put them aside. Of course, you can use the 5s or whatever, 6 and 4, or 5s, whatever you want. Some people use the 3 and the 2 for tracking the score, because at 10 points, then you win the game. And so I just wanted to show the deck itself. And what's important here is counting the cards. You know, people go to Las Vegas and they say counting cards helps, but the casinos don't like it. But I find counting cards in euchre is extremely important, especially when you want to go alone. Some of the science, the euchre science and math, I just wanted to quickly go through the math. There are only 24 cards because the rest of the cards are taken out and not played with. So it's the ace, sorry, the 9 through the ace of each suit. So that means when you deal the cards 5 to each player, 4 are going to be hidden. right? They're in the side. So 20% of the cards, a little over 20%, if you add that up, it's not going to be 100. It's like 21 point something. But about 20% of the cards are yours. So that's five cards that are in your hand. So you know that the rest of that 80% of the cards are not in your hand. They're either with your partner or with your opponents or buried. And that's important, especially when you're considering should I go alone or not. And 41% or 10 of the cards are shared with you and your partner. So you and your partner have 41% of the deck. Of course, you've got 20% with your partner and sorry, in your own hand. And so that means each of your opponents has five cards in their hand. And when you're going alone, that's extremely important to remember when you're counting the cards. And of course, four of the cards are buried. Because there's times where you're looking for the ace or you've got trump and you're going to play the jack, but where's the right bower? Where's the left bower? Where's the ace? And you don't know who's got it. Well, you can count the trumpet cards as they're being played, but understanding that there's a 41% chance that your partner has that card. The rest of them are going to be in the hands of your opponents or buried. And then understanding the totals, I think, is the key to improving your skill in euchre. I mean, like any card game, there is luck. You know, when you get that loner hand and you think, oh my gosh, I can't lose. I mean, no matter what I do, I'm going to be able to take all these tricks. We are going to be showing the game where there's so many different rules of euchre. There's what used to be called euchre according to Hoyle. Hoyle is, of course, the card manufacturer. Had an aunt who liked the rules of euchre, but in Canada, she'd say, "Oh, I don't like your rules of the Legion," because a lot of people in the Royal Canadian Legions played euchre. But we are going to be showing, as my personal favorite, is the ability to go alone, but not only to play alone, but to get your partner's best card. And that's where you have the opportunity, especially when you're counting the cards, to decide what card to discard if you're the dealer and what card to give to your partner. Because the beauty of going alone when you are the dealer is you're going to get rid of two of the cards in your hand that you don't want. And the idea, of course, is to short suit yourself. And we'll explain that when we're looking through the games. And what I'm going to be doing after I go through this, and we'll look at the statistics, and then I'm going to just randomly play five hands. I think that'll be enough time. And I'll continue on with playing more games and posting them online. But I just wanted to start with this advanced euchre stuff and then look at the statistics, talk just a little bit about Trickster. Trickster is, they're not sponsoring me. It's just, I really like their online game. So understanding the totals on the bottom here, you only have five out of the 24 cards. So all the rest of those cards, 19 of them are out there. And again, I know it looks a little bit like the top, but on the top, I wanted to look more at percentages. You and your partner have 10 of the 24 cards. So when you're looking for a card, like I said, an ace or a jack, it's important to realize that you don't have a great odd of you having that card that you're looking for, or I should say your partner, whatever, and your important opponents have 10 out of the 24 cards. And so I want to take a look at the deck itself. And I know that, again, this is more of an advanced euchre. The thing about counting the cards is that there are seven trump cards. And I just want to make this part clear. It's a bit of a basic, I realize, but it's really important to look at this before we talk about counting the cards when it comes to trump. The trump, of course, is the boss over all the other suits. So if we make hearts trump, these cards are worth more than every other card, which means the nine of hearts, because it's a trump card. We're not talking about the politician, but this trump card of a nine can actually beat that ace. And so it's important that you know what trump is and you're counting how many trump cards there are. So if you've got four trump cards in your hand and you're trying to decide, well, if you're going to call hearts, let's say, and you've got four of the hearts, you know that three of the other hearts are out there. And we just looked at the percentages of where is that other trump card you're looking for, especially when you're looking for the ace or the jack. There's a 41% chance that one of your opponents has that card. The jack, of course, of the same suit is the suit that's called trump is the right bower, and of course the jack of the same color is the left bower. And so if we're making hearts trump, then we've got these six trump cards, and then the jack of diamonds automatically becomes the left bower, And so every hand or every hand, I should say, there are 7 trump cards, including whatever the bower is. So if it was clubs, of course, we've got 6 clubs that would be trump if we make trump. And then the left bower. So the right bower would be the jack of clubs, the jack of spades would be the left bower. And then you realize, okay, there's 7 trump cards, but back to this information, your partner may have some of the other trump. And isn't it wonderful when you ask for your partner's best and they give you the jack, the right or the left bower or something like that? And I'll talk about some of the science in deciding what card to give when your partner asks for the best. But understand that when you're calling something trump, if you've got 4 trump, there's 3 left. And again, 41% chance that those are going to be in your partner's hand. Well, I mean, they may not have all, the partner may have 1 or 2 of them. And so the trump has 7 cards. So we've got the 9 through the ace plus the left bower. And then when you're counting the cards, it's really important, especially when you're going to be going alone. So I just wanted to share that information. And what I'm going to do here, oh, yeah, sorry, I thought it was done, but no, I added to it. The perfect alone hand. Isn't it great when you're playing and you get this and you think, oh my gosh, this is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to go alone. I'm going to get all 4 points. What's a real drag is when you get this and you think, oh, look at that. Spades are going to be wonderful. And then a red card turns up and somebody makes it diamonds and your perfect hand became crap pretty much. Well, you got an ace, that'll help a little bit maybe, but that would be the perfect alone hand. So we are playing the rules of going alone. One thing I do like about Trickster Online is you can choose between way more rules than anybody would need. Uh, Asking for your partner's best. I just wanted to give a tip on this. Okay, so that was the last one. So what we're going to do is I just want to get into Trickster right now. I'm just going to quickly stop the share of my screen here, and I'm going to get into Trickster. And so now we're in Trickster, and I should make sure, just because I like the sharing of the sound there, as you hear the swoosh of the cards, which is fun. Then I got to get rid of that up there. And so what I wanted to look at first in Trickster, and you could just find it, you can online, you can get the app on your phone through Apple or whatever. You can also get it on your laptop or computer, tablet, whatever. So one of the things I like in here, you can go into the settings and here's where you can choose what kind of card you want, what color do you want, all that kind of interesting stuff. But the rules are in a different spot. One thing I really, really like is the statistics. And as I mentioned, so far, since Saturday, September 7th, and today is the 29th. So 22 days ago, I found this site and have been playing. So I got 199 games. And I thought, well, when I hit the 200th game is when I'm going to start shooting the first video series in playing euchre for advanced players. I've won 126 of those 199. And understand that this is games won with you and your partner. The partner's changing. It is kind of nice when you get to know your partner and you play a lot with them, then you know how they think and how they play, etc. So it becomes more challenging when you're playing with a computer bot or you're playing with people you've never met before. And one thing I've learned is just a few times, so I'm not saying it's a perfect science, but I'm finding that the computer bots are kind of smart, although they do some stupid things, and you look and think, what were you thinking? Of course, they're not thinking, they're just calculating. But I have found that when you're playing alone and you're playing with real players, they are much better players than the bots are. So you don't typically win as many times, but that's just my experience so far. That tells me here 63.3% of the games that I've won, so that's pretty decent. And again, these 126 games are won between you and your bot partner, which is kind of interesting, especially late at night. You're playing your partner's a computer bot, and both opponents are computer bots, and you think, which is the smartest computer, my partner or the opponents. I picked Trump 39.1% of the time. I got euchred 16.1. I don't mind getting euchred. It's the name of the game, right? I took all 5 tricks 14.1% of the time when, of course, I went alone. And I used to think that going alone means you're trying to get 5, and if you don't get 5, you didn't succeed. Although that's nice to get all five tricks and get 4 points, there are times where it makes perfect sense to go alone, even though you know you're not going to get all 4 points. You may not have the right bower, you may not have the left bower, and once in a while you get lucky. But to me, especially when it gets close to the end of the game and you've got 8 points, they've got 8 points, and you think, well, one hand where they take all five tricks, the game's going to be over. And there's a chance we'll lose and 50-50. And so sometimes I'll make the decision to go alone, knowing that with the cards that I have, plus getting my partner's best. And again, as you know, when you deal, then you get to get rid of two cards. So sometimes it's better to have all the trump in one hand that you can get the highest cards, because again, your partner's going to give you their best. You're going to get rid of your two worst in your hand. And I'll explain some of that when we get into it. One little thing I'm not keen on in this game is when your partner gives you their best card, you do not have the chance to look at it before you discard. So, you have to get rid of one card that, and swap it for what they're giving you. And when you're playing, at least we played, is that when your partner gives you their best, you look at what that card is and you think you're kidding. You gave me a 12 or me a 10 or something like that. And then you throw away the card that your partner gave you. But in this particular version, you can't look at that card until you've discarded your other ones. So sometimes you have to throw away an ace and your partner gave you a queen or a king or something. So a bit of a drag, but it is what it is. I went alone 64.2% of the time. And again, I really like going alone. It's not a control thing. It's just that I've learned that there are ways that going alone is pretty much going to secure you at least 1 point. Because what I can't stand is when you think, should I go alone? Should I not go alone? And you decide not to, or you pass on something, and then your opponent has a lone hand, and next thing you know, you lost the game because they only need 1, 2 points or whatever. What's really a drag is when you think, oh, I might make it. I don't know if I want to take the risk. And then you pass on it. The other team gets all five and wins the game. So I'll explain that as I go through that. And I took all five alone 34.8% of the time. So I like this because it gives you a chance to see how much better you're getting as a player. And it took a long time for me to get this up to 63%. My goal is to get it up to 65%. But of course, when you got 199 games you've played, winning one more is a small fraction. I mean, as this number increases, winning one more game is hardly going to change this number at all, maybe 0.1 or 0.2. So 34.8% of the time I took all five tricks as fun. Then it tells you some other stuff, playing speed and skill level, etc. And then interesting, I played 7,002 cards. And it tells you that it took me 2.2 seconds to know. And by the way, when you're playing a bot, they play quick. That card is right there. You can tell, like I was playing the other night and I'm so used to playing bots. And all of a sudden we were waiting for somebody to call something. And I thought, oh, and I'll show you how you can tell if you're playing against a computer bot or a player. But when you see there's a delay in playing that card, then you know that you're probably playing with a real person and not just a bot. And so I'm just going to get out of here. And then I want to go into the game. There's other games they play. Spades is kind of fun. Hearts is kind of fun. Whist is kind of fun. But euchre, I think, is the absolute best. And I started playing again. My cousin Claudette, hello, Glad. She told me about the online game. And I loved it, except that it had so many commercials or ads that you had to watch. I'm a huge YouTube fan and I use premium, so I don't have to watch all those ads. So when you get into Trickster, and this is, so much a video on how to use Trickster, which is kind of cool name, Trickster. So, but I want to show you how you do. I go and play. Now, when you choose the rules of your game, it's going to show you a heart here beside those. But I don't really know why it's doing that because I've never chosen not to call for best from a partner. Stick the dealer, some people listening or watching this probably don't mind playing stick the dealer. I don't like it. What it means is that, instead of everybody passing and redealing if nobody wants to make it trump is if you pass that everybody passes and you're the dealer, you have to make something trump. You have no choice. And you're looking at your hand and you got nines and tens, and you think, I'd like to make nines trump, please. So I'm not really sure why it's doing this, but then you can go down to here and pick more rules. And I'm not going to go through all of these. There's a whole bunch of different variations of the game, etc. But some of the things that I choose each time, and I don't know why you choose them, and then the next time you go to play and those rules have disappeared. And that's kind of frustrating because you're playing and you're used to getting the partner's best, and then you play and then you go alone and it goes on. There's no way to get your partner's best, and then who leads after you go alone, I think is important as well. Some of the rules in here, alone is only worth 2 points. I don't think so. I mean, going alone is tough. Getting 4 points is nice. One of the things I like here is alone leads left. So whoever makes it or calls it trump and goes alone, the deal is always to the left, which means they get to play the last card. I kind of like that. That's not how I played growing up. If you went alone, you automatically were the person who led, but I just kind of like this alone leads left, so I click on that. And then here's the call for the best, where you want to get your partner's best. And that's just maybe because, it's what I'm used to. We know what we like. And so, but just so you know, there's a whole bunch of other rules in here that you could choose. So then you go in here and you put create. Now there's an ad. Oh, nice jacket. I should buy it. Oh, it's a price drop. Anyway, right away, click out of there and you're in the game. So it automatically deals, and it goes sometimes a bit too fast. You wonder what's going on. So looking at this, definitely I'm not going to make that a spade. Just so I'll show you here, just so you know, if you don't play right away, like it gives you maybe 10 seconds, it starts counting down and it will play a card for you. And it doesn't always play the best card. So it's trump up here. By the way, oh, I better play a card. It's going to play for me. Thank you, partner. I just want to show you that if you want to see if you're playing with a real person or a bot, you click on there and it says it's a player bot, player bot, player bot. And by the way, it'll show you what card it thinks you should play. And sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong. I know my cousin Claudette, she doesn't listen to what the game suggests. And there's times where I didn't do what it suggested and it didn't work out right. And then there's times where I thought, what are you telling me to play this card for? Now, here's a place. Would I go alone in diamonds? I mean, possibly. But I mean, I'd have to get rid of one of these aces, but it would be great to get through. You know what? I'm just going to go, as my grandmother would say, come out big or stay at home. So I'm going to be giving that card to my partner. And now I just see I had to discard before I saw what my partner gave me. Hopefully it's a diamond. Oh, sorry. It tells me what card I have to give away. I have to give away an ace. Look at that. My partner gave me the left bower. So let's see how we do. So again, because I choose when you go alone, it always leads from the left. I like that because you get to play your card last. Now it helps you when you're going alone, and it helps the other team when they're going alone. Yay. So that's always nice when you see that. Oh, that was their bower. Sorry. I was talking and not thinking crisply. And that's a case where I know I'm not likely to get all of the. See, it wants me to play the 10. And just so you know, if you don't click it up, it won't play that card for you. See, it wanted me to play the 10, just move. And so we got 2-0 happening. And again, just one more time, if you want to find out if you're playing a bot or not, and you notice these play fast, there's no way I'm going to order up a bower, especially would be the right bower. So not too bad. Hearts. My turn to bid. What would you do? I'm going to say absolutely. I got to get. Why is it doing this? Your default speaker. I don't know why it's doing that. Um, I don't know why it's doing that. It won't let me get rid of it. Oh, now it did. So it automatically played that 9 because it took me too long. If you have to walk away, your computer bot's going to play for you. A bot will take over for you. And sometimes they do okay. I've watched just to see how it goes with the bots. Thank you, partner. Let's play this king. That club's gone. Oh, well, they got 1 point. So we stopped them from going alone, which is nice. I mean, getting all five and getting 4 points, I should say. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's kind of nice. My partner's got a bower. I've got a bower. I wouldn't mind spades, but I wouldn't make clubs. I'm hoping my partner's going to pick that up. So again, if that's seven trump, that's 1, 2, 3 if it was spades. So that's not enough out of seven cards. And my partner didn't do that. So now I have to make a decision. You know what? If I had dealt this and I'm getting rid of two cards, I might go alone, but I'm just going to pass. And then it just automatically redealt, which is nice. Whereas if you play stick the dealer, that never happens. Whoever dealt, you're making something trump, even though you don't want to. Usually I'm going to pass on that. See, they got the left bower. If that's spades, I'm going to pass. It's early in the game. See, look at that. Two bad hands in a row. As my grandmother would say, glad to get rid of that mess. Definitely clubs would be completely ridiculous to do here. I don't have any. I'd have the ace, of course, if I picked it up. But so that happens so fast. It's hard to know what happened. Oh, no, okay, everybody passed. Sometimes you think what just happened because it played so quickly. Um, I'm I'm gonna I'm just gonna I'm gonna go hearts alone. Oh, I did it too slowly. I thought I passed. The bot choose to pass. That's three bad heads in a row. Definitely gonna pass on that. So I was talking too much and I wasn't paying attention there, and I would have gone alone if I wanted to. And by the way, if a hand goes by really quickly and you wanted to know what happened, you could click the last trick and see exactly what transpired. There's times where things happen so fast and you think what happened. So again, if I want to see the last hand, then I can see it, who played what. But because there's times you play something and you think, what just happened there? How did they take that trick? I didn't really pay attention. You know what? I don't think you can go back to more than one previous hand. Pretty sure it's just the one. I was happy when I discovered that. Well, we stopped them from getting 2 points, which is nice. Oh my gosh, what a mess of cards I'm getting right now. Definitely passing on that. So that happened so quickly. So this person obviously ordered them up. It's clubs. Um, and I'm going to play that, of course, because it's boss. And then, of course, the logical thing. Now, it's telling me it's suggesting the ace of diamonds, but why not the ace of hearts? I'm going to listen to what it says this time. That kind of worked for me. Ace of hearts. It's a good lead. Thank you, partner. To do tens, wish that was trump. Tens. So, well, we got our point. It was close though, wasn't it? And by the way, you could chat with people if you're playing with a person and you think, oh, that was a nice move or, nice play. You can do that. But if you're playing with a bot, they're not paying attention and they don't do any of that. Let's see. I'm going to pass on that and I need to figure out why. Oh, that's not what I wanted to happen. Okay, I just touched that too quickly. And what did I do here? I think I somehow closed the game. Oh no, it's trickster down here. I had to look for the icon. So he's going alone and I gotta play a spade. That happened. I couldn't see what happened. I was trying to close that window and I'm not entirely sure how to do it. Yeah, so I'm gonna play the diamond, which is the boss. Now it's telling me to play the ace of diamonds. Like, I don't think so because that person went alone. Um, eh, who knows? Oh, seriously? I should have played it. And that's the point. It's a card game. There's a lot of luck involved and there's some skill as well. I'm not sure why the bot suggested I play that diamond, and maybe it's something I should have done, but I don't know. I'm not sure how to get rid of this thing on the right hand side. Do you think after 200 games I would remember? Maybe here. No, I don't know. Usually it's escape, right? Okay, let's take a look at this. Definitely going to pass on that mess, as my grandmother would say. So we all had a crap hand and it's redealing. Um, yeah, there's no question. This is an alone hand, but I wouldn't want it clubs. I want it to be spades. I'm going to pass when you think it's going to come around to you, and then sometimes it does. So I'm going to go spades alone. And again, my partner's giving me a card, but I can't look at it until I give it away. And look at that. My partner gave me the left bower, so this is a perfect hand. There's no way. Um, oh, sorry, not exactly perfect. Just so you know, you could do this really fast, and you'll notice with the bots, if they've got the last two or three or even one, sorry, two, three boss cards, it will play them all at the same time. Once in a while, I'm not sure how the computer decides it, but once in a while, it'll say, "Do you want to play these cards?" Because they're the boss cards that are left. Now, here's look that beautiful diamond hand, and it's black. And so ordered up club, get rid of the hand. uh, one thing I've noticed only a couple times is late at night, especially, for some reason, the bot on the right-hand side, sometimes it's almost like they're in control and cheating or something. And I remember when I was playing loner hand, loner hand, loner hand, loner hand, and I thought no matter what we do. So after about five hands of that, I just quit the game. Not doing too badly, 7-4. Now I want to see if I can use some of the rules that I was talking about earlier. So that's a spade. So there's two spades, three spades. So there's four other spades either in one of these places. And again, 40% chance it's in my partner's hand. I'm going to pass on that. And it came back to me. I'm thinking, I think I'm going to do clubs, but I'm not going to do it alone. That would be kind of suicide. It's telling me that I should play the ace, but it won't automatically play it. You have to click on it. So it's got two movements. Um, it'll go up, but you have to hit it one more time or it's not going to play that card. Unless you time out and it plays it for you, that is. So I wanted to throw that out there. Uh, you know what? This window's preventing me from seeing. I need to figure out how to get rid of that. Oh, well. So we got you rid. And again, it's the name of the game, right? But it was kind of a finesse or enough I had to risk it. See again, Bauer, what a great card, but I got the three diamonds. So would I pick that up and have only one out of seven trump? No. Uh, you know what? Because I'm the dealer, I wanted to show this. I'm going to go diamonds alone. So I get to get rid of a card I do not want. And what's really important here, you have to click up here, by the way, to get rid of it. Now I have to choose what card to give to my partner. I thought, what happened? See, that happened too fast. I don't know what transpired there. I don't know what happened. How come I didn't get their best, or did they give it to me and I just wasn't? I was the dealer. That shouldn't have happened. Oh, got the point. So that's a good example of going alone, knowing that you're not going to get four, but you're going to hopefully increase your chances I'd like to know how to close this. I thought I knew how. Oh, there we go. So you just click on it. Okay, what just happened here? My partner's going alone. They want my best, and I'm going to give this queen. And one of the things I was thinking before, let's say you have a 10 of hearts and you've also got an ace. Do you want to give a low trump card to your partner or an ace? And the answer always is give them a low trump card. Even though an ace looks attractive, it's far better to give them. You know what's funny? The cards are still here. And sometimes I'll forget that my partner's going alone because when you're playing with real cards, these cards aren't down here, right? And so, but it always tells you up here they're going alone. So we just won the game 12-6. And so you have a few choices. You could leave the game, you can play again, and that's the ad. It looks that quickly. Isn't that great? Now, it says it will start in 13 seconds, but you also have a chance to just start the game. It'll start it right away. Playing a lady named Olga, but she's going to be a bot for sure. My turn to bid. You know what? I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I don't want just one at a seven trump, even though it's the right bower. I'm thinking I would definitely not go alone here, but diamonds, hopefully with my partner's help. They often have an ace. By the way, one thing when you short suit yourself, and you got rid of one card and because you're the dealer and you gave one of your cards to your partner, it's really nice to be able to short suit yourself. And you'll find that when the opponents do that, um, it's almost impossible to have a card that they won't have, like an ace or something. So it's far better when you can get rid of a non-trump or keep an ace. You'll see that some of the examples here. Deals pretty fast, doesn't it? And how come the sound's not there? It's just because I have the headphones on. My turn to bid clubs. That would be a tempting thing, but I'm hoping I'll pass and they'll make it. They'll pass and that I can make it spades. Okay, so I'm going to make it spades, and I'm going to use the option to go alone. So I will go alone. I didn't deal, so I don't get a chance to get rid of two cards. I can only get rid of one. Again, I'm discarding a card before I see what my partner gave me. And they gave me that king. So the chances of this king taking a trick without short shooting yourself, like it's really, really slim. Really slim. So there we go. Isn't that nice to see? I just don't know. I wasn't counting. I think that was two trump, three trump. Okay, that's nice. I'm going to play the ace. It wanted me to play the king. I have no idea why. I know the trump's gone. That wouldn't make any sense. So don't always go with what it's suggesting to you. So 5-0 is nice. Got all four tricks there. I haven't been using the example of counting trumps. So if I call this up, I'm going to have 3 out of 7 trumps. But look at this, these 9s and 10s. But you know what? I'm because I'm the dealer. Here's my example. I'm going to go alone. So I get that right bower. I get rid of this lousy 10. But I've got two 10s here. So I'm going to get rid of one. And my partner gave me a small trump, which is fine. But this 10, the chances of it taking me, there you go, exactly that example. The chances of it taking a trick are not impossible, but maybe 5%. Oh, yeah, take that with a low, and then there are mine. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 trump, 5, 6 trump, 7 trump. So they're all gone. So this club's going to see what happens. So well, of course it takes it because there's no trump left. So 6-0, we're doing pretty darn good in this hand, or this game, I should say. Uh, Sometimes your hand looks great until that card comes up, right? Definitely going to pass on that. So they made it clubs. Actually, I'm surprised how little the other bot competitor, what do you recall them, competition, as they've hardly gone alone, which is really rare. Oh, yeah, this person's got all the bowers. So I think that was 5 trump, I think. Um, I had to play the spade because it was led. And nobody's got clubs left. So there's obviously a few clubs buried up there. Oh, they got their point. Had to work hard for it. So that's something I definitely want. So I definitely want to go alone because I know I'm going to get that from my partner, get rid of this king. And when you always want to short suit yourself and hopefully you've got an ace. Because if you don't have an ace as the offsuit, your chances of taking all 4 tricks is really slim. So that's 1 trump, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the trump is gone. So I know that's good. And this ace is boss because nobody's got trump. 10-1. That was a fast game. One of the things about going alone is the games really do go so much faster. And I don't know if it's better to play more games or uh, less short ones. So again, you can start with new players unless you want the same bots. You can kick out the players, but I like to start right away so you don't have to wait at all. And again, if I set the settings that I wanted to play with a real person and there was enough people that were waiting for a player, it would give me a message right up here and saying you can leave this game and play with real players if you'd like. I'm a night person, so I tend to play at night, so there's less live players at night. I don't know how far reaching this game is. I'm sure there's a lot of Canadians and Americans. I don't know if there's many people from other countries that what a mess that is. Get rid of that. My gosh, definitely pass on that. So my partner's going alone, and that's a nice thing too. Sometimes you think, should I go alone or not? Now, I've got the nine of hearts, and if I had it, let's say the ace of spades, I would think, should I give away the ace? Should I give away the nine? And the answer is always give away a small trump over an ace. See how this rolls out. I'm just folding my hands so I know that I'm not playing because I sometimes forget because you're staring at your cards. It's a different format, of course, when you're playing with real cards. So my partner's not going to get all 4 points, but at least we got one, right? I think. So we got one. So sometimes it makes sense to go alone, so you guarantee yourself of getting the 1 point. Um, Something about the audio again, but it's my audio, not yours, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to hear the swooshing of the cards. Definitely going to pass on that. Always looks attractive. So my partner's going alone again. I was just saying that the bot competition has not got alone very much. So that's one trump, two, three, four. They've got none left. So this is what I'm saying. The bots, they know, the computer knows that those are the two boss cards, so they're automatically going to take that trump. You can't really do that as an option. Once in a while, it'll give you that option. It makes no sense to me. It's kind of random. It kind of looks nice here. But these are crap cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass on that. Okay, what to do here? You know what? I'm going to pass. I am not going to take a risk on that. Everybody had a crap hand, and so we're going to redeal the whole thing. I wish it was a black card, but pass on that. Come back around to me. So I'm going to make it clubs, even though I'm going to get rid of that right bower. So I'm going to go clubs alone. And again, I wish I could look at that card before I give away one, because sometimes when you're playing with real cards, your partner sends you a card and you look at it and go, thanks, partner, but no thanks. Oh, look at that. My partner gave me the right bower. So this is really a perfect hand. There's no way they can stop me. Stop this. I mean, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying is I've got these amazing cards and that was luck. So sometimes it's luck, but sometimes it's just plain skill. There are times I play a card and think, oh, what was I thinking? Wow. We might just skunk them 9-0. Again, this is all live. I don't know what cards are coming up, and I didn't know that it would work out this well for me. In this case here, I'm going to just go spades alone. I'm more likely to go alone if I'm the dealer because I get rid of that card and then you have to click there, just so you know. And I can get rid of that 10 and see what Augustus gives me, a queen of hearts. So am I going to get 4 tricks here? No, but I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. Oh, I was talking and now counting Trump. I think that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the ace. So I know this is boss because all the Trump is gone. Yeah. Now, will this queen pass? No way. But one somebody's going to have the king or the had both the king and the ace. So it won that game. I think I'm just going to play one more. I haven't really paid attention if that was 4 games already. Again, you can start in 13 seconds with the same players, but they're bots, so who cares? Now, when you're playing with somebody and you want to play with them again, then you just wait for it to count down. If you want to get rid of a partner, then you just start new game. So let's pass on that. Definitely look at this crappy hand. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully my partner can take. We're going to get a point here. Pretty confident about that. Right, partner? Right, partner? Yes, there's the ace. Should have been counting Trump, but well, we got euchred. Hey, it happens. It's the name of the game. Considering winning the first 3 games or whatever it is. Oh, wow. That's a pass for sure. By the way, at any time you can go look at statistics. So if I go to statistics, 202 games completed. I don't think so. Um, maybe this is no, I've played more than 3 games. I'd have to look at the recording when it's done. This happens so fast, I don't even know what's happening here. I see they did spades, but who made it spades? Did they get ordered up? They're not the dealer. Well, I was the dealer. Um, well, that's interesting. You would think that would have been something I ordered up. Oh well, we got our oh okay, right. So I was talking, it's hard to be narrating this and paying attention at the same time, but yeah, I realized that they made that trump. What a crappy hand. Hopefully it passes all the way around. Pass, 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 everybody. I'm gonna go in nines. Yes, see, isn't that wonderful? It's just a wonderful sound when you've got another crappy hand, and then it redeals it for everybody, and everybody gets a new hand. My turn to bid. See that power that, yeah, no, I'm not going to risk it. Okay, so there you go. I wasn't risking anything, and now they're going alone, but hopefully we stop them from getting 5. Now, again, because that person's short-suited themselves, the chances of them having an ace and not a smaller card, I wasn't really paying attention to that. It's really likely that person's only going to have aces left. When you get to discard a card because you're the dealer and you're giving your partner your worst and they're giving you their best when you call it alone, your chances of us short suiting, I should say, are really good. That's a definite pass on that club. That's useless. So that happened so fast. What happened? Okay, so they went alone. They've already swapped cards, and again, you can look back at that last card. I'm going to just leave this 10. Can't look back at the past card. That's the 4. It's my first time doing a video as I'm trying to play the game at the same time, so that multitasking is not really possible. I mean, you can't focus on more than one thing 100% at the same time. Oh, well, they deserve that alone hand. Now, if this person starts going alone, I'm thinking when you start getting better, sometimes these bots are trying to teach you a lesson or something. I don't know. We'll see if that right-hand side bot goes alone again. You know what? I'm going to have to pass on that for sure. Go around, come back. See, that happens so fast. This person's going alone. They've already swapped cards. I've not seen a way if you can slow it down. It would be kind of nice. But even not narrating, oh, I have to get rid of the left bower. My partner doesn't have any trump. So again, the bot knows that these are the 3 cards that are the boss because it knows what everybody else has. And so we lost that game. But it is what it is. So again, I'm gonna play one more play again. I go fishing. It's kind of like one more cast, last cast for sure, and the last cast you go on for an hour because you keep going. I'm just going to start the game. And what a beautiful way to be able to do this. You're not waiting for players all the time. Playing bots is fine. They're pretty smart. Definitely passing on this. So this is going to be the last hand I'm going to play in this video. Okay, I have to pay attention here. Yeah, so heart led. Again, I'm narrating so much, I'm not really counting Trump. Now, counting Trump when the other person went alone or they made it Trump is not really, what is this? Okay, this is the Bower, so I've got that. I should say. So I should have been counting Trump there. None of it makes a difference. The chances of euchring somebody who called Trump is pretty slim. Anyway, we stopped them from getting 4 points, right? I think that's what just happened. The diamond normally wouldn't do that because I don't have the Bower, but I'm going to go ahead and take a finesse, as my grandmother would say. Yes, partner. Yes. Oh, partner had the right Bower. Look at that. And that happens, right? 41% of the cards are between just the 2 of you. So not very, oh yeah, partner. What a great partner, even though it's just a computer. Wow. Okay, so we got a point. It was an expensive point, but it would have been nice to get to, but it is what it is. One thing, by the way, if you use a Zoom, you can Zoom meeting like I just did. Um, I'm not sure why it keeps on coming up with this. Please move this window away. I didn't open the window. Okay, diamond over there. Definitely going to pass on that. I don't like that noise that it starts to make, but it's giving you a warning. If you don't play a card, I'm going to play one for you. I thought it would be interesting to play a game. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, going alone. So yeah, I'm going to give my. So you have to click the card, even though it's there, you can't move it. You have to click it again and then press this arrow in the middle. So it's nice that I've got a nice hand and the um, partner went alone. So, there's a lot more clubs out there. Look at that, right? Because if I've got 5 cards that are not trump, that means there's a lot more trump out there shared with everybody else, and hopefully some buried and hopefully some for the partner. But as they're starting to say, Zoom you could do for free for a 40-minute meeting. And what you could do is start a Zoom meeting, share your screen and the sound, and then it's recording the games. So if you ever wanted to go back and watch the entire game all over again to see where maybe you made a mistake and you think, what if I would have not done that? Not that you can go back and change that game, but it's kind of nice to be able to watch the game. So just start a Zoom meeting, share your screen, share the sound, and you're simply recording. Now you have to choose record. I use Zoom a lot, so I automatically record every meeting at the beginning. I'm not even really paying attention here to what's happening. Heart. Thank you, partner. So we stopped them from getting 2. Yeah. So 5-2. So yeah, I'm recording this on Zoom just so you know. And so when it's done, I will convert it and then upload it to YouTube and then share it. See a nice hand in diamonds, but is the partner going to pick up the jack? Nope. So I feel confident with diamonds. I didn't deal, so I can only get rid of 1 card. I don't want to keep a king because the chances of somebody else having an ace. So I'm going to go diamonds, but not alone. As I was starting to say, it'd be interesting to start a game and not play at all and just let bots play bots and see how well the bot plays for you because you're not playing at all. Definitely going to take that. Whereas the jack haven't been counting. I think that's 4, 5. There's the bower right there. Again, there's a 21% chance that your partner has the card that you're looking for. So counting cards is, I think, really important, especially when you're going alone. Some nice cards, but useless for, well, not useless, but kind of useless for spades. I'm amazed how many times it's passing all the way around. Yeah, that's definitely a pass. Not that brave. But now that person's going alone. So, yes, sometimes getting euchred is better than one of your competitors or competition going alone, like in this case. So if I would have decided to do it, of course, you don't know. I mean, I could have got euchred and you think I got euchred, but you wouldn't know that the other person would have gone alone. So, oh, see, decent hand, useless club. Definitely going to pass on that. So I'm going to start focusing on counting the cards again. Okay, I am the dealer. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go hearts alone, just finesse, as my grandmother would say. Just, you got to take risks sometimes. Look at that. Got the jack of hearts from my partner. So even though I've only got 3 of the 7 trump, having the bower's nice. Now, wouldn't it be nice to see the jack of diamonds right there? Oh, lovely. But that chance of that 9 going through, not going to happen. Even if it was a king, because I went alone and short suited 2 cards or discarded 2. My 2 partners didn't discard any, and so they've got the cards they were dealt with, and the chances of them having an ace. Wow, that was fast. Okay, you know what? Let's just do one more. So I'm going to play a game. I can wait for new players and just fire the people that were in there. Now, it is kind of nice when you get to play with somebody that you get to like. Oh, that's a diamond. Definitely got to pass that. No way I'm going to order up a Bower. I was hoping they were going to pick it up, but you know what? I'm just going to risk it and do, because I can get rid of, yeah, I'm going to do diamonds. It wouldn't let me because, okay, I know why. Because that person passed on diamonds, so I couldn't still make it diamonds. I mean, I wanted it to be diamonds, but I didn't want to order up the right Bower. Okay, what just happened? Oh, that person's going alone. Again, that happens so fast. And that's a nice thing about recording the game on your computer. You know, you can use other programs. I just happen to use Zoom. I have a Zoom account and I'm unlimited. Look at that. That was a nice alone hand, right? What a way for a game to start. Oh, well, it is what it is. It's called EUCHRE. Oh, man. Now this person, see, I think the bots are getting ticked because we've done well. And maybe they bring in more experienced bots. Look at that. Wow. I don't know. If they do another lone hand, I'm going to be suspect that this game is rigged. Not that it's rigged most of the time. Only when you're doing really well. See that person is going alone again. So at this point, I don't trust these bots. I've only done this a few times, but I'm going to go in. Oh, I was going to leave the game because it's just not fair. So where is leave game? So just so you know, I wanted to show you how you could choose to leave the game. It hurts your statistics a little bit, and I'll show you where that happens, where you can see on the bottom here, it shows how many games you started and how many games you completed. So I started 196 games. And now it doesn't mean that I got out of that many games. There's times where I had to get out of a game because I had to deal with a phone call or something. My laptop died once, but that's pretty good. 91% of the time, almost 92%. So back to the change in the statistics. I don't think it's counting the games correctly. I'm going to go back after I end the Zoom meeting, but I won 130 games. Now, this number is the highest I've seen so far, 63.7% wins. Anyway, I'm hoping you found that helpful. Again, I was wanting to spend a little bit more time on, counting the Trump as we went through. I did it a few times, but when I'm narrating, it's a little bit more challenging. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm hoping you got something out of this and you're going to win some more games. I'm going to encourage you to try Trickster. I don't get anything from them. I just think it's the best. So with that, I'm done. And thank you so much. And we will hopefully you'll be in. People at the end of a YouTube say, "See you in the next one." We don't see you. You kind of see us. I don't have my picture on here. I don't want the camera on when I'm playing the game because it's more of a distraction, and I want people to focus on the cards. I don't like when you're watching somebody's YouTube channel and they're reacting to another video, and the picture of them, the video screen is bigger than the video they're trying to review, and I don't think that's a good approach. But anyway, hopefully you'll be on the next one. Take care.